Hi there, this is Prakash. Hope you're doing good. So, welcome to another video. Today's video is on heart line. So, what is a heart line? You may be having some ideas about heart line. You may be thinking it is heart, love, relationships. Hmm, well, not quite really, but we'll talk about it and we'll get to know what it is. And yes, I will give you some tips for compatibility. Actually, you can do compatibility for yourself by looking at heartline of your prospective, let's say partners, pfgf, or even friends, who knows. So let's get into the video. So we are discussing heartline. So what is a heartline? Well, heartline is nothing but a emotional processing. It is about processing of your emotions, your heart. Yes. So it shows that, it indicates that the the processing state of your emotions, feelings. So there are four kinds. Let's say first is emotional processing. So it shows how you handle things like, let's say, rejection, love, hate, breakups, or anything of that sort. So how you handle them internally, it is shown by heartline. Then there is emotional response. So how do you respond? Do you respond quickly, or do you respond openly? Do you keep quiet, or you don't say nothing at all? Yes. So it also talks about your response style or system. Third is emotional regulation. So how do you regulate yourself when there are emotions? So do you get overwhelmed, or do you get detached? Are you calm and contained, or you are just neutral or cold? So it's also talks about that. Fourth point is emotional expression. So how do you express yourself? Are you good at expressing it verbally through mouth, or physically, like actions, gestures, or non-verbally? Yeah, or through your eyes like this, or eyebrows or something like that. So it talks about that. So this is all about heartline. So basically it is your emotional processing system. It it ex- it shows how you experience, process, regulate, and express yourselves emotionally and feeling wise. Yes. So this is about heartline. Now let's talk about what is heartline not. What is it not? So first of all, heartline is not your love and romance. It is not your boyfriend, girlfriends, husband, wife, partners. No, it's not about that. It does not talk about them. So don't be under misconception. Heartline doesn't show longevity of anything, marriage or relationships. It's not about that. Heartline also doesn't say whether you're a good person or bad person. So it's not about whether you're a nice person or a wicked person, or loyal, disloyal, faithful, unfaithful. We don't get to know from heartline about these things. And heartline also doesn't talk about how lovable a person is, or how much love person has, or how much loving a person is. Because see, the thing is, person may love deeply but express very little, or person may not love but he's faking it as love, or he's feigning as loving guy or girl, but it may not be true. So you cannot talk about these things, you cannot tell these things from heartline. So I guess that's clear. So it's not your love, romance, girlfriend, boyfriend. Yes, it's not about that. It's, as we said, it is just your emotional processing, okay, regulation, expression, and how you regulate yourself, how you handle your emotions, how you process it, how you express it or not express it. That's what heartline is. Let's talk about three main type of heartlines, three commonly observed heartlines. These are the heartlines which are commonly seen in populations. Deep, dark, and wide heartline, then chained heartline, and then there is, what else, crossed or crisscrossed or flaked heartline. Yeah. So these are the very commonly observed heart lines. You can see it around you, even in your own hands. Who knows? So if you have these, so let's see what it is. I'll keep it very short. Don't worry. I'll keep it short and simple. KISS. So talking about deep and dark wide heart line. What is it? Well, first of all, it means energy, intensity. So the person loves intensely. Person has strong likes and dislikes. Do you know guys or do you know girls who are very intense? Whether be it with love or hate, they show it very intensely. They act it out intensely with full energy. Yes, even if they love, they'll shower everything, and even if they hate it like anything. They'll just make sure that everyone sees it. They'll make a big scene out of it. Okay, and they have strong likes and dislikes. They are very clear. It's this way or that way. It's high or low. So they are always in this binary system, like digital circuits. So that's what it is. So they have high energy. So this is what it. So what they need is emotional regulation, being aware of what they are, who they are, and where they should put emotions, and also channelize, balance their emotions. Okay, with some activities, yeah, some hobbies, some sports, some activities. That way, their relationship will also be balanced. So next is chained heartline. So who are these people? Well, they are very moody. Their emotions rise and fall like sine wave. They may say, I love you, and then say, but so and so. Yeah. Or because they are not very emotionally stable, they are very emotionally sensitive. They are quick to catch emotions. Okay, the way people catch flu. So they are very easy. It's very easy for them to catch emotions of others, and then they start affecting themselves. That is the issue with them. So they get emotionally affected by others' emotions. Why? Because they themselves are not stable. Yes, so that needs to be stabilized. So they may feel happy at one moment and not so happy the next moment. You see the pattern of emotional fluctuation. So what can they do? Well, for starters, they can build some routine. They can journal their thoughts like diaries. Okay, they should reduce emotional susceptibility, or let's say emotional contact with social media, or they should stop consuming very emotional things like videos, movies, or shows. Yes, they should stay away from that. And since they are very emotionally very receptive, very susceptible, and very sensitive, they should use this in productive work like creativity, designing, arts. It will be helpful. So this way they can balance and channel their energies, which will also be helpful in their relationship, the actual relationships. So that's what we can say. Okay, next is flaked or splintered or crisscrossed heart line. What is it? Well, they are the withdrawn type. They are the silent types. Have you seen those people around you? They'll keep very quiet. They are very hesitant. They are inhibited. Why? Maybe because they are carrying some scars, emotional scars or trauma from the past. Yes, that is there. That's why there is fear. They are very protective. They have built walls around their heart like a fortress. So that's what happens with these guys. Okay, they are very closed off. They don't let anyone near their heart, or they don't open up easily. They are very restrictive for themselves. What can we do for them, or what they should do? Well, first of all, they should first of all they should build some very trustworthy relations in the first starters friendships. Make a friend who is very trustworthy, and then slowly they should open up. They should allow their vulnerabilities in some closed spaces, okay, with light conversations. So that's how they can open up. And yeah, they can journal their thoughts, feelings. They can also write a diary, so that at least they're expressing, right? Because expression is the key here. They need to express it. If not to others, they should express it to themselves through diary, let's say, notepad, word, whichever works. So that's what they should do. Okay, so this was about broadly about these three major heartline types. Let's see some compatibility. As I said, I'll give you some tips and tricks for compatibility. So let's check that out. So talking about compatibility, so let's start with the first one, deep, wide and dark heartline. So since they are very intense, heavy emotionally, so who do we want? Who they should pair with? Well, they want someone who is grounded, who is very stable, who knows the boundaries. So these people should bond with or go with people who have deep and clean heartline. Okay, because it represents stability and emotionally confident, stable persons. And the second one is straight heartline, straight and clean heartline. Okay, because straight heartline represents evenness, balanced, stable personalities, emotions. So that's what they should go with. Next, chained heartline. So what about these guys? Well, first of all, since they are very inconsistent, they are very frequent on and off. Okay, their tuning is not proper. So they need people who are very stable, grounded, and very relaxed. So again, for these people, we need heartline which is straight and clean, straight, clean, or deep and clean heartline. So we need straight heartline or which should be clean, and deep and clean heartline. Even if it is slightly curved, that's fine. And for the third type, okay, splintered, crisscrossed heartline. What kind of pairing they need? First of all, since they are very closed, withdrawn, silent, very doubtful of themselves and others, and they are very inhibited, so they want someone who is very trustworthy, who is very patient, who is listener, who can allow them to open up. So we need people who are having deep and clean heartline, first thing. And it's even better if it is slightly curved, because other person has to be somewhat expressive, right, so that they can understand these people and guide them and make the best out of them. Yeah, in short, they need a deep clean heartline or straightish heartline or slightly curved heartline. That's what they need. They should not pair with the same type or any of these types. Like the deep, dark and wide heartline, they should not go with the same type, and they should not go with other two types like chained or crisscrossed. Similarly, for chained heartline, they should not pair with chained, disaster, should not go with deep, dark, wide, and should not go with crisscrossed, again that is a disaster. And similarly for crisscrossed heartline, they should not go with again crisscrossed heartline, which is a disaster, and they should not also go with deep, dark, wide and also chained heartline. So this is not a good combination. So for these three line types, they should not mingle amongst themselves, which is a very deadly combination. Okay, deadly, or at the least you can say very silent. Nothing is there, nothingness. Yeah, so they need clean heartline, deep clean heartline, slightly curved or straightish or straight, that's fine. So that is the key here. So yeah, that was for the compatibility. So it might be very helpful to you. To wrap up this video, let's understand it clearly. See, your heartline doesn't decide your future, but it tells how you react, how you respond, okay, how you process and how you express. Yes, that shapes your world, that shapes your life. If you see your pattern, if you know yourself, because see, everyone has strengths and weaknesses. Even the deep, dark, wide heartline has strengths, and similarly others. Okay, the chained one has emotional responsiveness, so it may be very creative. Yeah, the withdrawn one, he can be an observer, processor, like a judge or critique. So everyone has their positives and negatives, merits and demerits. Yes, so you have to know them and you have to act on it accordingly so that you can make the best out of it. The way we do impedance matching in electrical system to get the highest power output or transfer. Similarly, you have to match yourself, corresponding match, not the exact your match, not literally match, but corresponding your corresponding partner as per your profile. Then it will be very blissful, happy for you. Yeah, so yes, it was about that. Let me know what else you want, and in the next video we'll talk about the work and professions for these three heartline types. Like and share my video, subscribe to my channel. Okay, and see you in the next video. Till then, bye.